Falcons fans, welcome in. It is episode 41 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons fan cast. As always, I'm your host, John, joined by my co-host, Mike. What's going on, bud?
I'm happy, man. I'm out of my Falcon mind. Good to be back. It feel like we took an extra long break, but the boys are back in town, and we got our boy Chris Howard. Again, the only Saints fan you gonna ever see us speaking to, ever see us hanging with. It's only one of them, Chris Howard, on the show once again.
100%. Every time I put it on Twitter, man, I'm like, look, this is the only Saints fan I know. He just happens to be cool as shit and one of our close friends. So, nothing we can do about that. It just is what it is. So, but Chris, man, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on again, guys. Always a pleasure.
Okay, man, of course.
Out of your Falcon mind.
That's right.
I wish I could take the F off the Falcon, but that's
the hater started 60 seconds into the show. You see what I'm saying?
Nothing. We ain't even started, man. Damn. But yeah, and guys, look, if I sound a little bit stuffy, it's because I am. I don't know what's going on. Have you guys had any of this kind of shit?
I have not had one incident, man. I haven't.
Chris, have you?
Yeah,
dude. It's almost June here, right? And last Wednesday, Liam and Amanda, Amanda had this kind of a couple weeks ago, but Liam had it last week. And then I started kind of feeling my throat a little bit scratchy and shit. And then Wednesday night, man, it was like knives in my throat. And then had a fever on Thursday and just clogged up. And I'm like, man, what is going on? It's not even springtime anymore, basically. It is, but it's more summer now. And I don't know, man. I'm getting this
What's crazy, John, is you cured me of my allergy. I had really poor allergies my whole life, like really bad sinuses. And when I first came here, it started again. And I was telling you, and you told me to go get local bee honey.
Yeah.
And I went and got that shit. I have not had a problem since.
Well, you're welcome.
Go Johnny Yates. And John just told me prior to the show, I got to let this out the bag. John just told me prior to the show, moments prior to the show, that he eats candy, right? Sour Patch Kids candy right after the gym. Now, I'm going to let John explain the science behind this, but it blew my fucking mind that John, he just told me he'd be at the gym with candy sometimes. So I'm going to let him tell y'all what that's about, because that blew my mind.
Yeah, man. Well, I just got done working out, as I told you guys. And so basically, if you take any protein after your workout, or what you should be doing, by the way, if you're not, or any post-workout supplement, if you eat a fast digesting sugar, say the Haribo gummy bears, Sour Patch Kids, whatever, Coke, and something anything like that. Coca-Cola, not actual cocaine, just so we're clear on that. So it'll spike. It'll provide an insulin spike. So you basically, your blood's already flowing fast and going to your muscles quickly. So basically, what it does is opens up those capillaries, those blood vessels, and it gets all the nutrients to those muscles a lot quicker. And so you're going to get a lot more out of your protein. You're going to get a lot more out of your post-workout supplement. I think I told y'all, a couple weeks ago. Now I'm a rep for Gym Supplement Science now. So for instance, if you're taking post gym, the actual product post gym, they'll just help you out so much more. You can actually buy dextrose, which is essentially just sugar, and you can put it in your post-workout shake or whatever, and it'll help you. Like I said, it sounds crazy, but if you're going to have sugar, that's the best time to have it right after you work out. I promise you.
Who would have thought right after the gym is the best time you should have candy? This is out of your Falcon mind. You don't learn this shit. John got a bachelor's degree in this shit. Johnny Yates, everybody.
It's a little more in depth. I'm not going to go into this because that's just too much for the show. But just trust me.
I just thought it was some crazy shit that y'all had to hear. Who would have thunk? So when you see someone at the gym who got gummy bears, maybe they know some shit you don't know.
That's right.
And they not slacking off.
I'm telling you, yeah. I'm telling you, just
I love it, buddy.
Give it a shot. Yeah. And just while we're talking about it, yeah, if y'all do want to go get some gym supplements, just go to gymsups.com. That's JYMsups.com, and you can purchase any of the products you want. If you have any questions about it, like I said on the previous show, email the ATL Falcon Fancast at gmail.com. I'll be glad to answer your questions. You can shoot us messages on Twitter. Any about the products at all. I've been taking them since almost 10 years, man. So like I have an idea of what I'm talking about. So you can use my name, John JOHN, get you 15% off. So there's my quick plug on that.
Before we get off the Johnny Yates wagon here, we got to give Johnny a shout out. 20 years of marriage today, buddy. Come on, buddy. 20-year anniversary, man. There are people, the longest I dated a chick was like 20 days, man. Congratulations to you, buddy. 20 years is something, but bro, that's like a lifetime for you. Like, that's a long time, buddy. So I'm really happy for you, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, I mean, we've thanks, buddy. Yeah, no, it's crazy. We've been overall, we've been together like the majority of our lives. Like, it sounds crazy, but like we started dating when we were 15.
That's
so
crazy.
We're 25. I mean, that's 25 years. The majority of our lives. So I mean, like, yeah, it's crazy. And to think about it, like, it doesn't seem like 20 years, of course, because I mean, we still feel young and everything. So it's like, looking back at the photos, we're like, man. It's just crazy. But and so I put it out today on Twitter. So thank you guys for who responded on Twitter and said thank you, or said congratulations. Really appreciate that. And y'all may be wondering, what the fuck am I doing on the recording on the evening of our anniversary?
I just asked him. That was the first thing I said when we got on the live today. That's the first question. I'm like, man, y'all, what are you doing? Y'all ain't going out?
Yeah, so I mean,
earlier,
right? Chris texted me earlier. He's like, "Happy anniversary, man! I'm guessing the podcast is probably off tonight." I'm like, "No, we're good," But
all right.
Yeah, he's like, "All right, cool." But no, look, I told you guys before. I mean, my wife is like super, like non-materialistic, like that. She like we both celebrated. We had lunch today. We hung out. We had a great time. Like like we've got a 12-year-old, just turned 12 years old a few weeks ago. So like they're actually out for a run right now. So like we knew like our evening wasn't exactly going to be like a dinner and stuff like that. So I told her yesterday, I was like, yeah, is it cool if we go ahead and record tomorrow night? Because Thursday is gonna be baseball practice, Friday's baseball practice, Saturday's a tournament, Sunday's a tournament. So we kind of, so this is the dedication I have to Out of Your Falcon Mind, man.
There we go. I dedicated Johnny Yates. 20 years, buddy. Milestone. I love it for you, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. So anyway, let's see. We do have a new 5-star review, Mike.
5-star review.
That's right, on iTunes. So it is entitled, "Are You Out of Your Falcon Mind?"
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I like the title already.
Now, I don't know who wrote it, and it seems
and
it looks like we did, because the name is GDFJKF.
Good.
Yes,
I love you, buddy. Whoever you are.
Well, look, hey, whoever this is, if you listen to us right now, you listen to us on Twitter, like, man, tell us who you are, man. We can properly shout you.
Yes, if you could say your name, then we could have. Yeah.
Either way, whoever it is, much appreciated, man. It said, "This is hands down the best Falcons podcast out," with 3 exclamation points. "I love listening," with exclamation point. "All of Atlanta should know." I agree.
Where no one ever accused you of being a liar, a godfuck. All right. But thank you for that one. No one ever accused you of being a liar. I totally agree with you.
100%, man. No, really, like I said, I really, really appreciate that, man. So, and yeah, any of you guys that haven't left us a 5-star review yet on iTunes, even if you don't listen to us on iTunes, if you have an iTunes account, just go on there, search us, click 5 stars. You can do what Mike, what's his name? You can do what he did and write a few words
and just write a few words, or you don't got to write anything, right? And no, you could just put, you could just put 5 star, or you could say a few words and then we'll say your name. But whoever that person is, if you email us or something, like your name, if it's not a secret or something, and we will say it.
Yeah, if you're not like a witness protection or some shit.
Yeah, if you in witness protection, I'll call you golf. But if you not, just say your name and I promise we got you.
That's right. So but anyway, we appreciate that. And I think, and on Spotify as well, like we say every week, you can go on there and just, there's nothing to write. You just click 5 stars and boom, you're done. That's it. Mm-hmm. Move on about your day. And you can email us if you have any questions or comments on the show, atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. So Mike, man, we the draft episode we just did a few weeks ago with Troy, That's been one of our most listened to episodes so far. How about that?
The long one?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was I would have never thought that, but thank you.
Yeah. And also, I think we're going to either have to start paying Chris a stipend or do something for him, because I was looking back on the old recordings.
It was
the two that he's on are the two most listened to.
Oh, Chris Howard, everybody. I told you, we get Chris on, it's the money. When you get Chris, it's gold. You know what I'm saying? He got on gold and black. The man is gold. That's why we get him on. It's Chris Howard. It's our boy.
I mean, I guess it's just people want to know what's going on with the dark side, I guess. I mean,
with the dark side. And I think today we got the sad news that Roger McGoodell is going to like ban the whole team for like because they so trash. I think he putting them out the league. So this is a sad one that we doing today. But but I knew Chris would bring, like, I knew that because we all, you know.
Yeah, no, it was just funny because I went back. I was like, shit, really? He really might make like those are like substantially higher listens. Like, it was pretty crazy. But like I said, it makes sense though, because we get along all really good, and then of course, like I said, you get to learn more about the opposition and whatever's going on.
And I'm gonna be honest, it just sounds crazy. On a Falcons podcast, you invite a Saints fan. For what reason would you ever do that on a Falcons podcast? Like, so that's pretty cool. It's just, man, Chris a different animal, so that's why we get Chris on. But we wouldn't get a usual Saints fan on the podcast.
Yeah,
appreciate it, guys.
He's the only one.
That's right. So we got a few little NFL stories to get to before we go on to some Falcons news, and then
let's do it.
And then we'll get on to some Saints talk, because we haven't had Chris on since about the week that the Deshaun Watson mess happened. It was like right before all that stuff went down. In the week, he was still in the talks, and nothing had been settled yet. And then, so
he's back in the talks, buddy.
He sure is.
Come on, let's do it.
He sure is. So anyway, to get the terrible story out of the way, man, we just want to mention, man, our hearts, thoughts are with Buffalo, man. Like the actions that happened up there with that freaking lunatic. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, just disgusting, man. Like, I don't have the words.
I gotta say this, man. If you're gonna kill, if you get home, if you get to your house and you have in just a day, you feel like I'm gonna kill some people, kill the people that directly did you wrong, that you're mad at. Because to go somewhere else and kill random people is the most, I don't care what color they are, that is the most senseless shit. People who don't even know that you're mad, or don't know why they dying, or don't know why they being shot. Come on, man. Whatever you're pissed at, go to the group of people that made you mad, and you can unload on them. And then at least it'll be wrong, but logical. But to drive to strangers and just kill a group of people, man, for whatever hateful reason, man, I hope it's not the reason why I think you did it, buddy. But I think that's the reason that you did it. If you are, I don't never understand. I got to go off real quick. Why would you not like a color? All right, young, if you hate a color, it's a bit like if I hate like the number 8 or some shit, that wouldn't make any. Can you imagine if you flipped it? If it wasn't black or white, it was turquoise. How stupid would that sound? I hate fucking turquoise. You ever wear that shit, I'm gonna kill somebody because of a color. You're being ridiculous. So this is ridiculous, man. We all here together, and that for people to lose their life because you having a bad day or because you feel away. You always have the option to turn that gun and put it right under your chin and just take yourself out. And you don't have to harm. If it's that bad, just take yourself off the planet. And I'm not even saying to do that. But if you're gonna kill somebody, kill your goddamn self. But don't go kill a group of old strangers, man, of people who got kids and they got siblings and parents. You destroyed a lot of people's lives, man. It was so uncalled for, brother. That's a tragedy. I'm just saying, at some point, it has to stop. That's all I want to say about it. It's colors and numbers. If we start that, then I should start, killing, because spaghetti is my food. That's my favorite food. So if like John likes steak, I should kill John because but this is not making any sense anymore. Like the shit we doing is not making us steak. Fuck you mean steak? How can you not like spaghetti? I should kill you, bro. This is nonsense. So come on, bro. Like, man, here's what I'm saying. Man, Howard is our boy. He's okay, he like the Saints. I don't really hate the Saints to where I want to hurt Chris, or when we at the game, I want to hurt some of the Saints fans. That's kind of part of the fun of it. But I wouldn't harm a Saints fan because he was a Saints fan. Like, come on, bro. That's too, like, you taking it too serious, is all I'm saying.
I mean, this dude was live streaming it, man.
Yeah,
He was?
like a video game. He's like he was playing Call of Duty, bro.
I didn't even know he did that.
Yeah, he put it on his Twitch account.
Yeah, it was like he was playing Call of Duty.
See, he probably thought he was in a game or something. And I just, come on, brother. That's it's really sense. And like I said, I think that you would change the world if you like did the stuff for a cause. It's plenty of people who deserve their ass shot. Go kill one of them. No, I'm being fun. Hey, young, there are plenty of cops who done did shit that they deserve to get shot for. If you feel like that, then you need to go change the world for the better. But you don't just go, I'ma just pick some random people and just start gunning them down to prove what point, except that you're insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just
now, here's what I gotta ask, because I'm not informed. The host, is he dead or in jail? Did he die, or is he?
No, he's in jail, right? Right, Chris?
Jail, yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah. No, I think
good luck in jail, buddy.
Like harmfully in jail, like no scratches, no scars.
See, that's that's insane too. I'm just being honest. That you can go kill something. Let me tell you something. If I went outside with a glass bottle and I was threatening to throw a glass bottle at somebody, I'd probably get shot 10 times in the chest. If they say he was going to throw that bottle somewhere. So the fact that you could go kill 10 people and just I ain't got a scratch on me is insane. But
well, look, man, we all know why that is.
Yeah. It's just what it is. But like I said, man,
look, man, if you look like you're probably dead, man.
The dead is a doorknob. Dead as a door.
Have a chance, but I definitely wouldn't have a chance.
No, Chris wouldn't have a chance, especially if he wearing that goddamn Saints jersey. If he wearing that Saints shirt, you damn sure wouldn't stay here. I'd be like, shoot him. No, I'm kidding, but nah, man. I just think that the most silly things we do. I always thought this: if I was like I'm an alien and I came in, the most nonsense question I would have was, y'all are not beefing over colors. I don't care if it's red and blue or black and white. They're colors that you don't own. They're colors, so you can't hate a color. It's like change it to turquoise or orange. It would be ridiculous. Or like Butterfinger. If I hated Butterfingers, anybody who eating a Butterfinger, I'm gonna take your head. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to apparently keep on happening, and they're not going to do anything about it. I mean, it's like. And then it seems to be, and I don't want to get in, a whole political conversation on it, but like, when it happens, everybody gets up in arms. Oh, we need to do this, we need to do that, then nothing happens, and then some time goes by, happens again, and then so it's just, I mean, it's frustrating, man, because, for the life of me, I can't figure out why that dude or anybody else, needs an assault rifle. And like I said, I'm not going to get into the whole Second Amendment rights, all that bullshit, but like, if you need an AK to defend your house, damn.
Where do you live? I'm from the hood, and I didn't have to have a chopper in the house. And then it was nice to have. Don't say that, but it's not something you need, because especially if you're not right in your mind.
Yeah.
And anybody who will go do that is not right in their mind. And I just don't you don't shoot innocent people. You shoot at, I'm not saying you shoot anybody. If you're gonna shoot, you shoot at who you're mad at. You shoot at who did something wrong. To go and just gun down some people that don't know what's happening is, I don't know what point he was trying to prove. I don't know what he was doing that for. I haven't been
it's just hatred.
Educated on that.
It's pure hatred is all it is.
Yeah, it's just probably hatred. But I didn't, it's not like you it's not like you did anything. So
I know. I
don't know what he was trying to go for.
Except like ruining, how many lives, not to mention his own, which fuck him. I don't care what happens to him. But I mean, just ridiculous. But anyway,
send him one to the jails in Louisiana. Just do me that favor. Just send him to Angola. That's all you need to do. That's send him to Angola. He won't be racist no more. I guarantee you. Yeah, 1 week there, he gonna change his tune. He gonna love black people, and I mean physically love them. Don't worry about it.
You got anything on it, man? Or we cover it all?
We covered it, yeah. might
This
pretty
is
much
insane.
cover.
Insane.
Yeah.
This is insane. Angola for you, buddy.
Yeah. So anyway, just to recap, man, just messed up. Like we said, man, thoughts and positive thoughts up there at the Buffalo, man. It's just hopefully they can recover. And I know that the Bills are doing a hell of a lot with the community up there now, trying to help as much as they can, which is great. So, and to be clear, what Mike was saying was not to go kill people, but if you're going to,
I just would because here's why I'm saying that, and I have to be just clear real quick. I've seen countless stories where just say as guy, man, worked for like Sprint, and he been there 20 years, and they fire him unjustly. He feel like it's unjust. He may feel like I was there for 20 years. I gave my life, my soul. I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna kill you. I've seen the people like he'll grab like an AK and he'll walk in Target and just start killing. And I'm like, walk in Sprint. Why would you not walk? Why would you walk in Target? I'd never get these people like you. They always just go into a random place and just be like, now I'm a hurt Sprint, but I'm gonna kill these people in Target. So I just be like, I have no understanding.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous to kill anyone, period. But like you said,
strangers is a whole nother thing. What are you doing this for? Like,
clearly got mental issues, man.
Yeah,
like just messed up. All right, so off of that terrible story to Deshaun is in the news again, boys.
I love it. I love it for us.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Mike, you've read this article okay.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently when he testified that this massage therapist did cry at the end of his session. And he said he wasn't sure why she was crying. But he apologized to her. And he said didn't mean anything, by my apology. He said never were the intentions. Let me know if you want to work in the future. My apologies. Wow. And sorry about you feeling uncomfortable. He said he texted her after the fact. She says that he whipped it out during the massage and was like trying to touch her with it. So, my only thing is I haven't had to, I'm trying to recall. I haven't had a massage before where the therapist has cried at the end.
I haven't either. And I was never fully naked or like I always had my drawers on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. So, and he's the fact that he says I'm not sure why she was, dude,
that's hilarious.
Like there's a reason why she usually don't just spontaneously cry. I mean, like, and then the thing is, it's not just her like saying it, like he's telling you that she did.
That she cried.
So I mean, like,
and that he apologized for something.
Right.
That lets you know something's wrong with him in the head.
Yeah, he said they asked him and said, "Why did you send an apology?" He said, "Yes, because she was very teary-eyed, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. So I assumed that she was uncomfortable in whatever reason." Well, yeah, probably so. I mean, like that's really like, again, if you're just laying there and you're not doing shit and you're just getting a massage, there's no reason for the person to feel uncomfortable.
For her to start crying. So, man, here's the trick thing I think that, man, men have to be scary of, but we have to be cautious of, is you have to be the aggressor. You have to be, so you're trying to be aggressive. If you want sex, you have to be the aggressor. You have to like make a move, but you have to be cautious in the move that you make. It should never be whipping out. Man, I'm sorry. That is some sport, man. I'm famous and you probably gonna like it and you probably gonna do that. That to me speaks of I'm sport and like, man, this usually goes my way. Yeah. But you gotta be more cautious than that. I'm not saying that you have to be aggressive, but you got to be cautious because if you miss, it can be a problem. When you at work and you miss and you want to just tell somebody that, oh man, this girl at my job, you can't miss those. And when you at school, you can't miss. And when you in a massage,
you can't miss 20 plus times.
No, but you can't you have to be skilled in your approach. You have to be smooth in your approach. You cannot be, when you said something, you did something and a girl starts crying, you missed. So I'm just saying, you got to be cautious with how you how you try to sleep with people. Because I'm sure he thought the girl was cute, and he was probably trying to do that. And he probably thought, well, it's always kind of, well, this is what I do, and it goes well. But the time you miss, I don't care if it happens 100 times. The first time it go wrong, it's a charge. It's an actual felony. So you can't be doing that. You got to be cautious.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
But I'm glad we didn't get him. How about that?
I mean, whether or not he's going to end up,
he gonna get suspended for the season, I heard. So I just like, bro, I would laugh my ass off.
I mean, yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, speaking of laughing your ass off, Chris, well, when he was going to sign with us for the most part, like it was almost a done deal. And then he signed with the Browns, like on a scale of 1 to 10, did you laugh like underneath the desk rolling on the ground, or like how hard did you laugh at the Falcons when that happened?
It was a very hard chuckle when I read it. I was like, wow. Like the Browns. Oh, okay. I feel better now.
Yeah, dude. I think you texted me like, all caps or something like that. Like, Yates, what the hell? Or something like that, that when it happened. And I looked, I was like, dude, I mean, I was laughing, and it was, it's a fan of, I'm obviously the fan of the team, and I was like, this is like the most Falcons thing ever. Like,
yes, it was.
I mean,
we deal with this dude. I was already kind of like, we're gonna have to deal with this dude twice a year, man. He's gonna make a difference. And bam, Cleveland Brown give him $250+ million. Okay.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Which I mean, like, apparently a lot of it's going to be, a lot of it's going to be used to pay off some plaintiffs. But so I mean, that was I just I don't know, whatever happens with him, man. Like like we talked about it numerous times on the show. Like that's why we didn't want to mess with it, man, because 22 plus I mean, like, why do you even want to mess with that? Like, I don't give a shit how talented he is, man.
I was saying that on the show, like, I'm not accusing him, and I was not in that room.
Right.
So I'm not going to say whether he did it or not, but just I don't even want that around the team, like the accusation. If they say it's some things in this world that you can't even be accused of. And that's one of them. And that's you can't be accused of those and still be around kids and the cheerleaders and
it's a general PSA. Y'all remember when Favre got in trouble for sending a photo of his best friend to his to the lady?
Aaron Andrews.
Was it Aaron Andrews or
it was Aaron Andrews.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. So just in general, guys, like, that's not a good move. Like, I've talked to enough women, like, you may think it's awesome, but it's not.
Don't do it.
That's why I said you gotta be smooth. You have to be aggressive. I'm not telling you don't be aggressive.
Or early overrated. Sending a picture of your best friend.
It is overrated. It's you can't be shit after that in the world, because you can't become shit, because she can be like, oh, I got his pictures of him. Yeah, I got this. So you can't do things like that and then still try to be something in the world. You can't be a church member. You can't turn into nothing. They a pastor. Well, I got this tape. Are you in 96? Like, you can't become anything. So you gotta be aggressive, y'all. I'm not saying to be scared of girls or to not approach if you need to approach, but you gotta be cautious with your approach, because when you miss, it's creepy. It's really creepy when you miss.
Yeah. I mean, you got to make, like, even if you think you know her, like, and she would never do that, dude. Like, don't ever say that. Like,
never. Yes.
I mean, just don't even put yourself in that situation.
Yes. Don't put. I agree with John. Just don't put yourself in a situation.
Yeah, man. But hey, before Chris, how long have you and Ashley been married, man? It's got to be close, right?
It's a long time. We've been together a while.
Or I mean together. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, like, I mean, it's got to be. I mean, not 20 years, but it's got to be a while. Yeah, a little bit. I figured y'all are somewhat behind us.
Is it over a decade, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, got to be.
God damn. Yeah. Okay.
Because we were at Strayer a decade ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so moving on to some Falcons news before we get on to some Saints talk. Had the rookie mini camp. Man, the boys look good, man. London looked good in shorts and t-shirt catching the ball. Algier looks good. Algier, man, like,
he looked real good.
Yeah, like he's the guy that like late in the games, like defenses are not going to want to see this dude because like he's one of those backs that like as the game goes on, he's going to get stronger. He's going to hit you more, and they're not going to
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah,
if you remember him, as the game went on, he was getting stronger, and it was painful to watch for the defense.
Yeah, right. And then one of the reasons I liked him so much when we were doing that the early scouting on these guys before the draft was, I mean, yeah, his mentality, man. He's a former linebacker. Like he's chip on his shoulder. Didn't have any scholarships. I mean, he had to walk on to BYU, had to earn it, man. And like he like we talked about on the draft show, man. Like almost every one of these guys has something to prove, and so whether or not he wins the job outright or not, but they see him as a 3-down back. So I mean, like that
was a great show because I played it back. It was a great show. I must admit. So if y'all haven't heard the draft show, you got to go see because we went over all the picks in detail. So it wasn't boring. You know how draft shows be boring and shit.
Yeah.
Like I swear it wasn't. So you could go get ours and just have the scoop on it. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, man. So they've made a few transactions actually since that show. They picked up the 5th-year option on Chris Lindstrom. Great idea there.
Love it.
Yeah, exactly. So they signed a lot of the rookies. Justin Schaefer to a 4-year contract. Fitzpatrick to a 4-year contract. Tyler Algier to a 4-year contract. Drake London 4-year with the 5th-year option. And then they released Kendall Shefford and Ryan Becker, which freed up a little bit of cap space. And then they got, I mean, it's clear, man, that Arthur Smith has a specific in wide receivers. He likes these big dudes, man. They went and got Brian Edwards from the Raiders for a 2023 5th-round pick. Another guy who's 6'3" who can probably, I mean, next to Pitts inside.
All big dudes.
Yeah, if you got him inside next to Pitts, whether he's on the line, and then London at 6'5", and I mean, we've got some big dudes as receivers. And then let's see, we also signed wide receiver Geronimo Allison, and defensive back Trey Webb, tight end Tucker Fisk, just to get some basically building more depth. And then 2 days ago they released wide receiver Chad Hansen, defensive back Luther Kirk, and tight end Daniel Helm. So all big names,
right?
So so and then I think actually I don't know. I don't think Mike Davis had been released. No, he hadn't on our last show. He got released maybe the day after our last show, or a couple of days after, and which was I mean, I think we kind of saw it could possibly, especially with them drafting Algiers and with CP coming back and everything. But man, Mike, dude, you put out a tweet and it got like insane amount of love. And Mike himself actually liked it.
That kind of blew my mind. And then they broke in the man's house and stole his shit. So I just thought, man, come on, Atlanta.
Of all people, man. Of all
people. I'm gonna tell you, that's what's my point of. I just think that if don't no one get a pass, it should be a Mike Davis because he's done a lot for us. So I would think if you had to rob, if you was just down bad like that, I would assume that you would skip his house of all houses. But
he needed a dog like Grady Jarrett, man. When those people got into Grady's dog, I mean, you seen Grady's dog? That dude looks like, if Grady was a dog, that's what he would look like.
But I'm surprised he didn't have like some dogs or some people there, or some security or just something. I really felt sad because my father is experiencing the shit he going through, and the things that he stole was, like I said, I don't even think he was tripping about the jewelry. It was the cleats from his dad, like the cancer cleats.
100%.
So I just was, man, urging, if anybody had those, like, you can't pawn those cleats and you can't wear them and you can't. So please just give him the man his cleats back. You keep the jewelry and you did what you did, but man, that's his dead father. That's something he did for his dad, man. That means something to the man. So if you can spread the word, just get that man his cleats back, please. I felt horrible about that.
Yeah, I did too, man. I don't have the words for him. That's some serious low life shit right there.
Yeah. But I'm hoping he stay in Georgia. But it's like I'm conflicted because I hope he stay here. He's doing too much good, but I hope he finds another job as well.
He did. Ravens.
He got picked up. He got picked up by the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens. All right. So I'm still hoping he stay in Georgia though, but he just played. Good.
Yeah, I think
awesome dude, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good fit up there too. I mean, just for he ain't got to be the guy or anything like that.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, he'll do what he has to do, come in block. So yeah, it'll be exciting for him.
Coming in block.
At this point, man.
Sorry, Mike.
Man, we know he ain't ripping off no.
Nah, he not.
Runs
He not.
anymore.
I swear. I love you, Mike, but no.
Yeah, no. So anyway, all right. So Mike, you got anything else on any Falcons news or anything like that? Well, before we get to the schedule coming up.
No Falcons news. Nah, I got like some random things. I just want to. I did have something I wanted to speak to y'all about. I didn't know if this was real or fake. It's a quote from Tannehill that's saying that he wouldn't mentor Malik. Is that a real tweet that's going, or is that like? He really said that?
Yeah, he said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's part of your job. I get the spirit of competition, but part of your job as like the senior guy, I don't care if you're in college, is to help, is to teach, to help along. And I'm not saying you help him steal your job, but if he come to you with a question, he don't understand something, bro, part of your job is to help. You're a professional athlete. So I just thought, and that was kind of
you're his teammate.
Yeah, you on it to say I'm not gonna help them, I'm not gonna mentor. Well, how is he supposed to learn, bro?
Yeah,
like he's a rookie quarterback. Like I just thought
I get the mentality of like I'm not
gonna help a
dude. I'm not gonna help a dude take my job.
Yeah,
but like, and I tweeted out and I mean I was in jest, but it's true. Like, dude, whether you help him or not, he's taking your job.
That's what I'm saying. You aren't that good. And then that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there was a person who helped you, but this is how we all do it on every team.
Yeah.
So
like I mean, it don't matter what you do, dude. Like if you do, like, look, Tannehill, man, if you come in and you perform, they're not taking you out of the lineup.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, who cares? So you do the best you can, help him out. If you suck, they're taking you out anyway, whether it's Malik behind you or somebody else. So you might as well be a good teammate. Help him out.
Yeah.
So
I just didn't, it was so wrong and raw. I didn't think it was an actual thing. I thought it was like something that like the internet was doing on Twitter. Yeah. I didn't think he really said that, but I didn't. Damn, he really said that.
Yeah, you got anything on that, Chris?
I mean, in his defense, which is, it's kind of hard to train a guy to take your job, even though it's inevitable anyway. He's probably going to take it anyway. But I understand where he's coming from because this is the professional. This is the pro. It's not college. So in the pros, it's a dogfight. Especially when you don't want to get kicked to the curb.
Right.
So because if Malik does well and he's out there doing things that you taught him, like, oh shit, I done gave up my job. So it's kind of like it was, maybe he shouldn't have said it. But that's the mentality you have to have. Yeah. That's the mentality you have to have when you're in the NFL or any pro professional athlete. You don't want somebody to come in and take a job. Maybe you shouldn't have put it on camera.
You can't say it out loud because, like John said, it's cool to have that in your mind, but he is your teammate.
Yeah, he's your teammate.
Y'all on the same team. So to be like, I'm not helping you is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So moving on to the
and also before we get started, Ludacris graduated from Georgia State. So I just thought that was dope.
How about it?
Yeah, that was awesome.
My alma mater too. Just how about that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Fun fact: I used to personal train his head of security back in the day.
Oh shit! Yeah. I don't know what he was studying or why he just graduated, but he just walked with the students. Everybody, he got a cap and gown and got a bachelor's degree. It was kind of crazy. It was dope.
Yeah, it was cool.
Go Luda.
That's right. So looking at the schedule for 2023 coming up, man, or 2022. So I put out, Chris texted me early in the day on the schedule release day. He said Saints Falcons week 1. And I was like, no way, man. How'd you know? He's like, I got a source. He's reliable. I'm like, all right. I said, won't put this on Twitter then. So I put it out early in the day. I said, I'm getting an anonymous source saying this is what's going to happen. And no other sources were saying like it's going to be the Saints. I saw like Carolina and stuff like that. And later in the day, The Saints started coming in as going to be.
Chris be knowing what he's saying, man.
So Chris didn't give up. He didn't say who it was. I'm not even going to ask who it was. I don't even care. He's 1 for 1, whoever it is. So
it was Sean Payton, man. He got the line to Sean Payton. That's all right.
So anyway,
I can't wait. Week 1. How about that?
Right out the gate, man.
Wow.
Week 1. So we got the. I mean, that's going to be. I love it because I mean, number one for us, like. We're gonna look a lot different this year. Clearly, there's no Matt Ryan. I mean, we're gonna be more talented with receiver position because you couldn't have got much less. The running back position should be better. The offensive line, we still don't know what's happening there because we haven't seen how these guys are going to. Because clearly, we're not doing much there as far as like changing stuff, unless something. It's pretty much the same guys. Defense is going to look way different as far as the personnel.
Way different.
So, I mean, we won't have a whole lot on tape for the Saints to look at, but vice versa, the Saints are going to look a lot damn different too because they're going to have Jameis back at quarterback. They got a few wide receivers.
Where we playing at?
Huh?
It's here.
It's here. It's Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes. So another reason I love it is because, please God, y'all show up to that game.
Yes.
We need to have people at this game.
Yes, and it should be. It's week 1.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that excited me. So and then week 2 we are off to LA to play the world champs, which would be probably a loss. And then
John Gates, come on, man. The season ain't we ain't even in preseason. God damn. Come on, John.
No way going to LA and beating them. You just
God damn.
I'm not going to play the win-loss game just yet
on
the schedule
please.
because I mean we ain't got. I mean you know. Look, what's going to happen is we're going to win a couple of games that we probably shouldn't win, or on paper that we're probably going to lose a few games that we should probably not lose. You know, I mean I've seen a lot of predictions of like 3-14, 5-12. Like that's yeah, that's
old.
It is, but that's what I've been seeing, you know, online and on some of the social media sources and stuff like that. Like the best I've seen is like 7.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah.
So, but I mean, looking at the schedule, so I'll keep going, and then I'll do the whole schedule, then we'll talk.
All right.
So then on to Seattle, all right, and then Cleveland Browns, Tampa Bay 49ers, Bengals, Panthers, Chargers, Panthers, Bears, Commanders, Steelers, bye week, all the way in week 14.
It's not good. That's not good.
And then the only, I guess, silver lining is we go to the Saints on week 15. So we have a week off before playing the Saints.
Okay.
And then the Ravens, the Cardinals, and Tampa Bay, we finish the season with on January.
That's kind of a tough schedule, honestly.
It's a very tough schedule.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of a tough,
yeah. So like I can kind of see the 7 ceiling kind of there, you know, kind of thing. But I mean, I don't, like I said, until we've kind of seen at least a few preseason. I don't know the preseasons. It is what it is.
I'm saying undefeated, buddy. I'm going undefeated.
Of course you are. I would expect nothing more or nothing less. I mean, so yeah, I mean that's. You know, I don't know. What do you think about week 1, buddy? Chris?
Well, of course it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good game, like as
always is
usual. So, but we don't know what we're gonna get from each other. We have a brand new, pretty much offense. Y'all have a brand new quarterback. This will be the first time there's been no Drew Brees and no Matt Ryan in 15
That's true.
years.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
So
man, that's true, Chris.
It's a whole new regime coming through. So it's the game of unknown. So we're gonna of course talk mess like we always, but we really don't. I still think we have a better team on paper, but we just don't know when that whistle blows what's gonna happen.
Well, you probably do. I mean, and I know the NFL Power Rankings came out. Did you see this, Chris? Anybody see this?
That's
okay.
Right, yeah.
So I mean, the Power Rankings, they kind of are what they are, but we are 31st. And just so y'all know, there are 32 teams in the NFL.
Come on, man.
Okay,
no,
Mike.
Come on. 31st with all the new rookies. Come on, man.
So
that's
just
why
kind of
they're rookies, so we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right. So,
Chris,
I
so
mean,
I have a
people
question
down
for you.
Yes, sir.
Who, as far as your roster, are you most excited for? Is there anybody new or free agent y'all got who you cannot wait to see play? Who you
Yates.
really excited to see play? If you had to pick one.
Yates, who do you think it is?
on the rookies,
No, the Saints team. I'm gonna let Yates
The
answer.
Saints team, man. We say you have
That
free
we just
agents or
picked up.
rookies.
that you're excited about?
Yes.
Would it be Jameis?
I'm excited to see him too. But I'll go ahead and say it's Honey Badger and Tyrann Matthew.
Oh damn, yeah, I should.
Oh yeah, honey, but yeah.
Yeah, that hurt my heart
So,
whenever. Yeah,
to see him in black and gold, man, that's gonna be something to watch.
But truly underrated. He's one of the all around best players in the NFL, bro. He can do everything.
yeah, that
Coming back home, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
Is he from New Orleans?
Oh yeah,
LSU, man.
Okay. He did go to LSU. Okay, yeah.
Went to high school at St. Augustine, New Orleans. So that's gonna be a treat to see him, man. He's Louisiana's son, man. It's like give you something, Mike. He's like on the level with Joe Burrow and Tyrann Matthew for LSU players.
Oh wow! All right, yeah. So if he up there with Joe, he means something to y'all.
Yeah, that's how special he is.
And
okay.
And you look at how his career changed too, like from like how he was when he was a younger player and how he's like who he's developed into. Oh my God.
He's a genius, man. He's a football genius. If you watch his mind work on the field, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. And he comes back and talks to LSU kids. I mean, like every year, pretty much. I mean, and so yeah, I mean, like I said, that was one of those signings. I was like, man, I'm happy for
I'm
Chris.
saying go get Beckham, Chris.
Well, they've been recruiting him.
So he ain't, man, if y'all get Odell, then it's a shit. All New Orleans people.
My thing is with that, man, it's only one ball. We can only throw one ball at a time.
Yeah.
So if we start getting, I don't want to get too good with the roster, even though Odell may not could play until maybe like November.
Yeah, but he's not gonna play till late.
That can cause a problem when you have that much firepower because it's only one ball. Then you're messing with guys' bonuses and stuff like that that you really don't want to that'll make players unhappy.
Bruh, the amount of shit Chris is talking. He just said he don't want to get too good. Did you hear the amount of shit that is being? And we ranked 31. You see, we ranked damn near last, and Chris talking about he don't want to be too good because of people bonuses. We couldn't be further up, man. Come on.
Well, look, and I mean, I know Jameis has got some more experience in the league, but if you have Jarvis and Beckham, bitching about not getting the ball, like it's not like it's Drew Brees back there.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, so like you don't know how Jameis is going to handle that as far as just like, like shit, I'm sorry, like you don't know how he's going to, process that. But yeah, like I said, that was one of those signings I was like, I guess I'm happy for Chris, but man, like it really makes me sad. Then seeing Jarvis. But hey, before we go on, man, Chris, talk about the draft, man. So like we talked about the draft probably like 3 months ago, and you were like, yeah, we love those Ohio State guys. It's probably gonna be Chris Olave, and I'd be damned if it wasn't Chris Olave.
He called that shit. I told you, man. Chris knows something. He been right too many times, man. He like Liam,
some kind of check or something.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. So talk about the draft, man. About what you thought, and just go on about it.
I think we did pretty well in the draft, man. We got our receiver that we wanted, Chris Olave, not knowing that we would get Jarvis Landry. So we had to give Michael Thomas something on the other side besides what we had last year. So drafting Chris Olave helped. Then
how do you see him lining up with not to cut you off, like with Landry and how you think it's gonna work?
Well, I see Landry and Mike Thomas are more like the same type guy. Michael Thomas, of course, is bigger, of course. Right. I see Olave lining up inside or outside. And this frees up Mike Thomas to line up inside or outside because now you can double team Mike Thomas, but it wouldn't be smart because if you put Olave on a linebacker or Jarvis Landry on a linebacker, it's up to Jameis to make the right read. So I see them moving with Pete Carmichael moving Olave all around the field.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and so and the other was, so how'd y'all go second round, third round, all that stuff?
Well, we had two in the first round.
That's right.
The
That's right.
second pick in the first round was Trevor Penny, which is the offensive tackle from Northern Iowa that we needed. So we got him to replace Armstead.
Nasty
Mike,
dude,
it's okay,
man.
Mike. It's okay.
Chris, that was the dude I wanted, bro. Like the offensive lineman I wanted was that dude.
Yeah,
They said he nasty, Chris.
He's nasty, man. Only thing I'm worried about with him is his penalty issue. He had a penalty issue in college because he was so nasty. Like he blocks beyond the whistle.
Yeah.
So if they can kind of calm that down, I think he'll be okay. I want him to start at guard and then kind of move on out to the tackle, because we do have James Hurst still that did pretty well with Armstead being out last year. We start him off at guard because if we put him at that left tackle spot, that's James' blind side. We need that protected at all times. So we have to be sure. So I want to kind of start him at guard and then kind of work his way out there to tackle. But
all right,
we'll see. And in the second round, we picked up Alontae Taylor from Tennessee, SEC guy, very fast. He's a guy that could play nickel, dime back. He's an all-around athlete. Played quarterback in high school and he was a receiver going to Tennessee. And then they moved him to cornerback. So he's one of those guys, 4.38 guy that could run. We didn't have a third. We skipped to the fifth. We got DeMarco Jackson, linebacker from Appalachian State.
I like that pick for you guys.
Yeah, I did too. He showed a lot on film. He was the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year. And then we had our last pick was Jordan Jackson from Air Force, defensive tackle. I'm seeing him as a developable player, maybe make the practice squad, but he's a big guy, big kid. So they do some things with him. But it's after the draft. We signed 17 undrafted free agents. A few names: Smoke Monday from Auburn.
Smoke already talking shit too. You saw that?
Yeah, already thought he's in Georgia, passed by the Georgia Dome, by the Dome, just talking crazy. And then Abram Smith is a running back from Baylor, 600-yard back.
I was surprised he didn't get drafted, man.
Yeah, me too. And Dennis Allen said they had him on the list to get drafted, but they seen something in DeMarco in the 5th round where they had to take him.
Oh, okay.
And so he was still there after the draft. So we picked him up, and I can see him actually making the team. And
yeah, me too.
Because we don't know what's going to happen with Kamara. I think he's going to get some games suspended, but we don't know for sure. So Mark Ingram can't carry that load anymore with his knee issue. So we have to have another back, and I hope it's Abram Smith. And another name, Lucas Kroll, the tight end from Pittsburgh that played with Pickett. He has a chance to, I think, make, because our tight end room is, I guess it's okay. It's probably one of our weakest points on offense. So I think he has a chance to make the team also. If he doesn't, he'll definitely be a practice squad guy.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and with those, like I said, those additions of Honey Badger and what's his name, Landry coming along too.
Landry,
yeah. I hate this. I mean, it was
them two big free agents.
Yeah, huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
We needed those guys, man. Especially Honey Badger comes in as a vocal guy. We lost that with Malcolm Jenkins, and we need somebody like that that's going to, on the back end that talks. So that helps, because we lost both safeties from last year. So we signed Marcus May, which was early on in free agency. We signed Marcus May, and we signed Honey Badger, and that take care of the back end of our defense. So those were big signings for us.
Yeah.
Chris, so I have something else for you. Who is on your current team who you feel like is just greatly overlooked? Is there anybody who is over there who you feel like is really good, who just we don't acknowledge?
I don't think Demario Davis gets the credit he should get. I think, to me, he's like a top 5 linebacker in the league. He's always he's all over the field. He doesn't make the Pro Bowl because of Bobby Wagner every year.
Yeah, Bobby the man.
Bobby the man. So I think he's a player that gets kind of overlooked
Right.
a lot because he can ball, man. He keeps out without he's never missed a game as a Saint. He's always there. And he controls the middle of our defense. He makes all the calls on our defense. So DeMario, I think, is really overlooked.
I'm gonna have to check him out.
56.
Yeah.
He's the guy that'll be hitting Mariota.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, why? Why you got?
He tried to slide. He tried to slide the jab, and I let it go. It's fine.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
So we got a question on Twitter, Chris, from Savion, actually.
Savion.
Yeah, so he said, "Are Saints fans really believing they're contending this year? And if it doesn't work, what does it mean for the future?"
Well, it's I don't want to say championship or bust, but Dennis Allen was very aggressive in our season as far as making trades in the draft. We went and got 2 superstars, so we're trying to win now. And this is a make or break year for Jameis. I think Jameis has to perform this year because you hate to put this much pressure on him, but he really has no excuse. Like, you have weapons.
That's true.
You have a top 5 running back. You have
a great offensive lineman.
Great offensive line, and you have a top 5 defense before they even step on the field. So
yeah,
you don't have an excuse. So this is a make or break year for Jameis.
Yeah, and I mean the division. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we're 31. You know, who's 32? The Panthers.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So, you know, and of course you got the Bucks, who, you know, I mean, they are what they are. But we'll see what happens there. But I just happened to look this up, Chris. Lattimore's wide receiver 1 matchups this year. Have you seen this?
Yes, it's rough, man. It's brutal. It
really
brutal.
is. Mike Evans, weeks 2 and 13. DJ Moore, weeks 3 and 18. Justin Jefferson, week 4. DK Metcalf, week 5. Jamar Chase, week 6. DeAndre Hopkins, week 7. Devontae Adams, week 8. Cooper Kupp, week 11. Deebo Samuel, week 12. Amari Cooper, 16. AJ Brown, 17.
Bro, I need a bonus if I do that. Man, I need a bonus.
He got it already. He got it last year.
Okay,
he was the highest paid cornerback until Jair Alexander got his contract. So he has to show that this year that he's the man.
Yep.
So,
yeah, and I mean, I assume when we play, it's going to be, I guess, London, I would think.
Yeah, because Pitts is a little too big for him. Pitts, they showed it last year when Pitts kind of just ran by him. He's a little too big for him.
He can probably keep up with London speed wise, because London's not going to be as fast as weird as it sounds. He's not going to be as fast as Pitts probably.
Yeah, no, he's not, man, because Pitts is a freak. He's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be Drake, London.
Yeah, and so as not an outsider, but as a Saints fan looking at the Falcons draft, what did you think?
I think I did pretty good, man.
That was a good one.
You put up a defensive end. That was pretty good. You need that pass rush. I think he may be the guy that you've been looking for years. So I think that will help out. And the quarterback, I think he's going to push Mariota. I really think he is.
Me too.
I think because they're kind of like the same type guy. They could both throw on the run. And so now you have these big targets that Arthur Smith went at. He got the targets you want. Y'all did pretty good, man. And when y'all picked up Brian Edwards, that was a huge pickup. Getting him.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, I thought that was kind of like the last little piece to our receiving core.
Geronimo Allison is going to be a good pickup for you guys too, because he can move in the slot. So y'all did pretty well. Mike, y'all are better than 31, man.
Right, there you go, man. Hey, bro, that's all I wanted to hear from you, Chris. I'm good with that. Now, hold on, bro. I gotta ask you a question. Do you have faith in Jameis? Like, is that your dude, or you want somebody else, or you want Bryce Young next year?
No, I have.
And don't you dare say Bryce Young, man. Like, I'll literally throw up
because
I might jump off the roof out here, man.
No, because I'm like, but I don't like James. I just personally, I think the dude is ass, but I just don't see it. I don't see talent when he plays. The dude he's not consistent. He'll play good one game and then the next game. So I'm just asking, is that your guy you riding with, or do you want somebody else?
No, I want Jameis, man. I wanted Jameis last year.
Why are you saying that, Chris?
But dude, man, like,
he's talented, man. He's very talented.
Before he got hurt, man, like He was playing
He
good
was
before
five.
he got
He was
hurt.
5
No, he
and 2
was.
before he got hurt. He thrown threw 16 touch. He threw 14 touchdowns and ran for 2 before he got hurt. So he kind of control. The difference is we don't have Sean Payton controlling him. So
That's what I'm saying.
that's gonna be the big difference. Does he? Now he had that one season where he threw 30 interceptions, but previous that he threw like a normal 14, 15 interceptions. He just had that 1 year in that Bruce Aaron air raid offense. Sometimes you're gonna throw a lot of interceptions. I'm not saying 30 is, that's a lot, but sometimes you're gonna throw that. You're gonna throw interception in that offense. But I'm riding with Jameis, man, and I think he's gonna lead us, man. I'm not saying we're gonna win championship this season because that communication takes a while to gel. So even though we're trying to win now, it'll be ridiculous for me to think, okay, we're going to the Super Bowl. But in the back of my head, I think we are. But I won't say it.
He like me, John. He like me.
Yeah.
But
playoff bound for sure.
Yeah.
And for us to get Bryce Young, we'll have to finish have to lose damn near all our games. And then we don't have a first round pick next year anyway. So
that's right.
We wouldn't get Bryce Young. So you say, Jake.
Oh shit. Man, that or Will Anderson, I swear to God.
Yeah.
No, we don't have a chance to get them.
Yeah. I hope that. I mean, that's who. I mean, everybody keeps talking about. And like, if we suck bad this year, like going and getting C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young.
I don't know. Y'all won't be that bad.
And I don't think we're gonna be that bad either. And my thing was, if we're that bad, I'm cool with going with Ritter, unless he,
I'm the same way.
And going to get Will Anderson with if we're in the top 2 or 3, like that's who I want, man. Like
he's gonna be a game changer, man.
He really is. Like I don't, unless he just falls off a cliff, man. Like these are the guys that don't come around that often. You look at the numbers he's put up. I mean, it's sickening. Like the pressures, the hits. I mean, the dude's a sophomore. I mean, like it's
it's crazy. As a sophomore. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, and he'd have been what, top 3 this year if he has been draft eligible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd have been talked about, with easily with the Hutchinson, and like he could have been in New York. I mean, like for the Heisman, but So I mean, I'm excited, man. I think with both of our teams, like there's like you said, Chris, with that, there's no Matt, there's no Drew. I mean, it's going to be like it's exciting in a way because it's like we don't know what to expect. I mean, this is going to be just like
it's 2 new coaches.
Yeah, and I don't know, like what you were saying about like with how Sean's not there for Jameis. Like I don't know the personality of Dennis Allen all that well, but he seems like kind of a no nonsense type of like dude, right? So I mean, like I think that's probably gonna be good for Jameis. Like I don't think I think the more kind of like, because that's how Sean was, right? I mean, like Sean probably love on his players, but he was kind of a pain in the ass too, right? So
he was but he's also like a quarterback guru, which in Dennis Allen's case, he's a defensive guy. So he may see some things that that may be out, but we still have Pete Carmichael. So that's going to help. Which is he's been with Sean for over 12 years, calling the play. Even the year that Sean was suspended, we had the number 3 offense in the league, and that was all Pete Carmichael's play calling. So, I think Jameis is going to be fine, man. He said he wanted to work on his intermediate. He want to work on his intermediate pass. His deep ball is there.
Yeah,
those 6 to 12-yard passes that you need, that's what he has to work on.
Yeah, that's where his accuracy's always been just a little bit off.
Yeah,
a little bit behind, a little bit too far in front. That's where he gets trouble with his interceptions. Yeah, because those are the windows.
To be on point with that. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, those are those windows you can't afford to miss because you're gonna have too many players around there. But
that's what makes you a great quarterback. Great.
So Chris, I gotta ask you something else. Is Sean coming back to the sport? I'm not saying he come back to the Saints. Do you think he done with football? You think he gonna be back in like a year or 2 after he just want to break?
I think he's going to come back and coach eventually. He just got a job with Fox doing some analyst stuff. So, but I think give him 2 or 3 years maybe, just so we don't get those draft picks. Because if he comes back now or within the next year, we get some first round draft picks from whoever he goes to.
Yep.
So because he's still under contract.
Oh, okay.
So I think he'll come back, and because he loves it, man, I think he'll come back. He just needed a mental break. When you lose a Hall of Fame quarterback like Drew, and you come back, and you have 4 different quarterbacks, 53 different starters, man, your mind is just done. Like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. So I just think he needed a mental break from coaching.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'm with you, man. I think he likes it too much. He's too much of a competitor to.
But I'm gonna tell you who I swore was gonna be back was if you remember Bill Cowher.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought for positive, like, oh, he just need a year. He never came back.
Yeah.
So, but I hope Sean. I always thought, bro, it's exciting to see him. He is a genius.
Yeah.
You think? I wonder what's gonna happen with Drew, because he said he's undecided.
I love Drew, man, but I do not
want
Drew.
He's not coming back to NBC.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Drew Brees?
Yeah.
I thought you meant he was undecided about football. I'm like, bro, stop. Nah, bro. And I love Drew Brees, but your arm is finished.
He just had
that's
surgery
what I'm talking
on his
about.
non-throwing. Yeah, he said he don't know if he want to play football again or not. So I hope he doesn't come back.
That's linguini on that arm, man. It's like linguini.
I hope he doesn't come back, man. Don't you didn't go out on top like you wanted to, but don't tarnish your.
It's like Jordan with the Wizards. Why, bro? You could have. You remember when he snatched back against Utah Jazz? He could have just left it like that.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the Wizard years, man.
He came back with the Wizards. Roy Jones Jr. He just wouldn't stop.
Right.
Then he started getting knocked across the. Roy Jones was one of the baddest fighters you ever seen in your life. He just wouldn't stop until he started getting just knocked out.
He had to come back and get that money.
Yeah, he had to get that money.
Yeah, he had to get it. But Mike could still, when he came back with the Wizards, he could still give you 30. You know what I'm saying? Drew,
but it was way different. It was different.
I don't think he could do that now if he was if times have changed. But with Drew, man, I'm thinking about, okay, if Chris Olave breaks down on the street and this guy in 3 steps he's 60 yards down the field, how you gonna get him the ball?
No, that's true.
So I don't want to see him come back. I don't want to see him come back. I love you to death, but man, stay retired. Don't play for anybody else.
Because his status now is a GOAT. Yeah. I'm not saying he's gonna ever tarnish that, but I don't want to see him tarnish that.
Yeah, I agree.
He's one of the GOATs, man. So
he's one of the GOATs.
Well, before we get on, guys, to underrated, overrated, Chris, last thing, man, at least for me, Mike, you can go some more if you got anything else. Right. So what did you think about Matty going to the Colts?
Oh, Chris, come on, man.
That was when I seen the picture of him getting off the jet, man. I was like, what the hell is this blue he has on? It was like I'm happy for Matt because I like Matt Ryan. You know, y'all know how I feel about Matt. I was taking him in a heartbeat in New Orleans, but to see him with that coat blue on, man, it was just weird. Like,
that's what I said.
Like, man, we don't have to play Matt Ryan. It's like we don't have to play Matt Ryan twice again anymore. So I think he's in the AFC. It's tough over there. So it's gonna be tough on him, but I think he's on a better suited team. They have a established defense. They have a few receivers. They have a running game. They have a great offensive line.
Yep.
So you get a chance to see a Matt Wright that's standing up more than being put on his back. So
do they make the playoffs, Chris?
I think they will. It's gonna be tough. But I think they can make the playoffs with Matt.
I do too. I think so in that division. I mean, you got Houston, which should be ass again. Tennessee, which you don't know what you're going to get really from there. They should be good, but Tannehill, don't know. Malik possibly, who knows? But the Jacksonville. I mean, like Jacksonville had a hell of a draft. We talked about that in the draft show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They've definitely beefed it up. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, we'll see what happens with their offensive line because I mean, dude was getting hammered last year, but yeah, I mean, I think he'll make the playoffs. I mean, and dude, we talked about it, Chris. Like, this is probably the best O-line that he's had since maybe his rookie year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, since his rookie year.
Great offensive line, man.
maybe the best back in the league, or one of the best backs in the league. So I mean, like, yeah, it's gonna be
one of the best backs in the league. Like, he ain't never had this shit before.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised, man, if they don't. It's a far throw out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Julio Jones takes a trip to Indianapolis.
I said the same thing, Chris. Yeah, I would love it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes there or to San Francisco with Shanahan.
Maybe even Green Bay.
Maybe Green Bay.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Yeah. I would hate that.
Yeah, me too.
But Julio is definitely. I was talking with my brother, man. Like, I was like, I know people don't want it, but man, if we could have signed Julio, oh my God.
Seriously, I'll just burn the damn jersey. Like, I'll take my jersey out. I love that. I couldn't do it.
Just to mess with folks. Just sign Julio, man.
Yeah, I believe he still stay here. I believe he live here, so it wouldn't be that far to go. Chris, I got a question for you, man. This is gonna be a little off the thing. Would you? Hey, so we gotta talk this. Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith, and why?
Oh, man.
John was confused. Hey, John, you next, John. I want to come to you. I just got this question.
I already got my answer.
Yeah, Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith, and why?
Barry is more electric, man. But Emmitt Smith was a dog, man. He's a champion.
All right.
So, but Barry Sanders, man, to watch, just sit down, watch. Emmitt Smith running is boring. It's 6 yards, 7 yards, boom, you get 20 yards here. But Barry Sanders will run 20 yards and pick up 6.
No, he will.
He will make it look like, well, damn, Barry, can't nobody touch Barry, but Barry hadn't ran but 7 yards. But he's fun to watch. But man, I'm gonna have to go with Emmitt, man. Emmitt is a champion, man. Emmitt hard nosed, straight downhill, boom, boom, boom. Fourth quarter, you don't want to tackle that because he's steady. He's just hammering you. And so, and Barry quit. I know he was in a bad organization, but Barry quit, man. So I'm gonna say Emmitt. I'm gonna go with Emmitt.
Emmitt Smith. John, he got Emmitt.
So I'm gonna be different. Go Barry, but
why are you saying Barry?
Like, number one, I don't think you can. There's not like a loss here in either way you go. But no discredit to Emmitt, but he had one of the best offensive lines in the history of football for like 3 or 4 years at least. But that didn't diminish what he did. I mean, like, the dude, to be a running back and to stay on the field as long as he did throughout his career and not get hurt and not, I mean, to put up the yards he did, it's impressive as shit no matter what. But dude, Barry is like Chris said it, the most electric running back I've ever seen play the game, man.
Yeah.
Like, you think he gets into a situation like, oh fuck, he's done. All of a sudden it's like boop, 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 gone. And then like, well, how do you just do that? Like, how's he, how's he so slippery? How do you, and so like, it just, and like he did quit. He's in a shitty organization. I would have loved to see, and that was probably actually made it more impressive that he was in such a terrible team and he still did some of the things he did. Yeah. But like, I would love to have seen him with like the Dallas offensive line, or even like half the offensive line that those guys
were
just to see. Because I mean, what, 9 years was it in the league? 9 years, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy. Think about the Lions had him for 9 and freaking Megatron for what, 10, right? And
they both still have something left in the tank.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they both still had it. Yeah.
They just didn't want to go through that with Detroit anymore. Like, man, come on. Y'all made 2 Hall of Famers. Just quit.
Just
literally.
You trash. Like, you trash. I'm going to be honest. I say, man, Barry, because, man, Emmitt was the truth to me. But before he got touched, he was like, 6 yards in the play. He had wide open before he got touched. Man, Barry would be people. This dude was little. It'll be 3 people right around him, and he would do something and make all 3 people miss and go running up the field. It was like a chicken. Have you ever seen a chicken get loose? And I've never seen anybody stop. I'm surprised his like ankles, like he don't limp, because he would put all his weight on the ankle and turn on a dime and go in the opposite direction. It was people who had their hands on him.
Yeah.
And he kind of crossed you over, like it was like Allen Iverson. It was wild.
Yeah.
Some
of his runs look like you're watching like football volleys. Like, so like they're almost intentionally missing them, but they're not. They're actually trying to tackle them.
But Emmitt, like,
so big, man,
he said is a champion.
Oh
His
yeah.
legs was so huge. He had his thighs, man, were huge.
Yeah.
Once he planted down like that and exploded, it was nothing you could do.
And
One
somebody
more.
else from that same era that don't get talked about near as much, but man, Thurman Thomas.
Hey,
yeah.
I was about to say that, like he don't get talked about at all. But so it kind of brings me into the next one I had. Can you name an older player from like the 90s or the early 2000s, man, like Thurman, who you thought was pretty damn good, but does not get brought up in the convo of like the greatest players at their position, like Thurman Thomas?
Back?
No, I'm saying any Jim. Mine is gonna be. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna say Steve Young. Yeah. Steve Young was so fucking good, and when they say like the greatest of all time, he don't get brought up in that stratosphere. Mm-hmm. But Steve Young was the first dude I recall that I remember. Damn, he can run really good, and he can throw really good, and he's tough as nails. But I don't know why he just don't get the credit. He was killing. He was killing. So I'm gonna say Steve Young. So
mine is Sterling Sharp.
Yes,
great one.
Yes,
Sterling
great
Sharp
one.
was a dog, man. It's just he had the neck injury. If he doesn't have the neck injury, man, there's talks about him being like better than Jerry Rice.
No, so, you're right. You're right.
So mine is Sterling Sharp, man. He was a dog.
Sterling Sharp was a beast. Yeah, that was a good one. John?
I'm gonna go back a bit. Actually, but like John Taylor with the 49ers.
Oh yeah.
Just because he was
82. Yeah,
man. Yeah. Just I mean, again, that was Jerry Rice all the time. But dude, John Taylor,
John Taylor was a beast. Man, you went way back. Which
yeah. That just I know, but that just popped in my head. But
that's Tecmo Bowl.
It really
that's Tecmo Bowl. Yeah.
The freaking John Taylor, Todd Christensen.
Yeah, there you go. Damn, yeah.
Yeah, so that one just came to my mind though, and like I mean, just to throw some Falcons flavor into it, man. Probably like Patrick Kearney, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, Patrick Kearney was good. He was.
I mean, like you talk about a team that have had pass rush issues basically our entire existence almost. I mean, and Chuck Smith.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest too. Trufant was damn good in his day. He was like shutting people down.
Yeah,
he was damn good.
Yeah.
And like the last thing I was trying to go around with really quick for your guy. How good, I have to do this. How good, because we all in the same division. How good was, because I feel like since he retired, he gonna get glossed over in the record books. How good was Luke Kuechly?
Man, yeah,
he's very good.
Yeah,
he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
But that's what I'm saying. If that dude would have continued, I think that because we both had to play him, and he wrecked shop both the Saints.
Him and Patrick Willis from the 49ers.
Yes,
that had to retire early. So I think they both first ballot Hall of Fame.
Willis is probably one of my favorite middle linebackers of the last 20 years. I mean, that dude,
So
Luke Kuechly to me, I was like, I was impressed. I just see this dude, like he used to kill us.
Oh yeah,
he kill us every time.
Willis is a great call too, man.
Smart, man.
Yeah, when you like look up middle linebacker, like you see like Patrick Willis, like that's like my God, like he was made for that position. Like him, like I said before him, Ray Lewis is probably the best I saw ever see do as far as the middle line. But I mean, like he's right there, and Kuechly is not far behind him. I mean,
because those guys got a little faster, man. Ray Lewis was all instinct, but when you have Patrick Willis that can run a 4.4 and Luke Kuechly run a 4.5, shoot, that's scary, man. Because they know exactly where they're going, and they taking all that 4.5, 230, 240 with them.
Yep.
So that's scary.
You know another dude I loved was Santana Moss.
Love him. Redskins, love him. Cool dude too.
Yeah,
cool dude.
Small dude, fast as hell, tough guy, man. Like, I like that dude a lot. Yeah. So, all right, boys, on to Mr. Overrated, Underrated.
Hey, so let's do it. Hey, I'll kick it off because I got mine ready today. Underrated. I got two. Number one is youth. Now, just hear me out. Everybody talk shit about you, man. If I was younger, I wish I could go backwards. I don't wish I could go shit back. I'm gonna tell you why. Like the older you get, and I had a great time as a kid and coming up and everything. Like the older you get, man, it's like everything improves. Like you're smarter. I can speak this because we all men and it's men on the pod. But you're supposed to be fucking better than you ever fucked before. Like your skills should be improving over time. It shouldn't be going down. So you getting greater at that. You can cook more, you dress better, you got more money, you traveling more places. It's not getting worse. It should be getting damn better if you're doing it right. It should be going up. It shouldn't be going down. So that's number one. It should be, it's great. I'm not being funny. I have no problem like older, like as I'm getting older, I don't feel bad. Like, oh man, I'm almost like 40. I'm almost this age. I don't care about none of it. It's because it's better. It's getting better over time. So I don't see what everybody's, maybe women, I get why they trying to go backwards, but as far as being a man, it just go up and up. So it's great to be a dude. I gotta love it. Okay, so that's one. Number two is underrated. I'm still going number two. Automatic respect. Let me tell you this, and it's gonna piss some people off. I don't think that you should give any person like just because of, I don't care if it's a pastor, just I'm gonna treat them, I'm gonna give them respect because they're a pastor. No, if they're your parents, I'm gonna give them respect because because they elderly. No, that shit has to be earned. I know scumbag pastors and I know scummy older people. I know perverted older people. I know creepy older people. There's not a job or a title that you should just say, I'm going to show respect because of who the person is. No, you should treat that person however they treat you. If they showing respect and they being kind, then you ought to be kind and show respect. But just because it's like a woman, that don't mean that you can't call her a bitch. I'm all for it. If she acting like a bitch, if she treating you like a bitch and she being evil to you, call her a bitch. I don't
like
think
not out the gate. Like
no, not
like,
out the gate.
Hey, how
I'm
you doing?
saying
You're a bitch.
no.
Like
I'm
that.
saying that there's no one off limits of disrespect if they're being disrespectful. You feel me? I don't care if it's an elderly young. I'm not being funny. I won't get in the detail of this. I've cussed out elderly people. I was about to slap a retarded person one time. I almost hit a man in like a wheelchair one time. I don't care because you wrong and you being disrespectful. You don't get a pass. Oh, because you in a chair. Now I gotta be respectful because you in a wheelchair. No, I could spit in your face and I could roll you down the hill. I could do anything I want because you wrong and you being disrespectful. Don't give people just because of who they are, just you're gonna get respect. They should be able to, you deserve the respect you give. And that's to everybody. That's to your parents, that's to your siblings, that's to your boss, that's to everybody. If you are respectful and kind, you deserve for them to be respectful and kind. And if not, be disrespectful as you can be, and be out of your Falcon mind, and you got it from me. So that's all I wanted to say. Call her a bitch. Yeah, I get young. I don't care if it's a waitress. If she acting like a bitch, you got my permission to call her a fat, dumb bitch. Because that's what she act. Don't give her respect. Oh, just it's a lady, so I have to be nice. We ain't children anymore. You don't gotta be kind. It's not sharing is caring group. You a grown ass man. You could be disrespectful if they disrespectful. So be disrespectful, man. You can be weird as you get older. You can be rude. Say some shit that you wouldn't normally say. Have some fun with this shit as you get older, man. So that's all I'm saying.
Right. So, but if everybody's nice, then you're nice, basically.
No, see, that's the thing is you'll be respectful where people are respectful, but those are people who warranted that you treat them like that because they're being kind and respectful to you. So they've earned it. But the people that are being rude and being all that, do not allow those people to pass because they older, because it's a lady, because it's your boss. Man, fuck that.
No, I got you.
I say you let them have it.
Chris, what's all you got, man?
Okay, mine is underrated. Is very simple. Is missing a trash day.
That's true.
Ever missed? Man, my whole week would be messed up if I don't
That's
have
true.
the trash out.
That's very true.
Like I just can't. It's like, wow, what the hell was I doing? I missed the trash day. So missing a trash day is very underrated as you become a man. You know what I mean? So
You got to.
that's my underrated. You got to get that trash out.
You gotta. It will smell up the house.
Yeah, and then what do you do with it if you know? I mean, like, you
Then
got
what do you do
in the freaking garage, and then you just go like, it's not good. You got to overrated,
Chris,
or you just got to come with underrated.
I just did underrated.
I got you.
Hold on, Chris. I have to ask this question. Have you ever put trash in like, man, someone else's thing? Like, just say you missed yours and you said, "Hey, I don't want this shit on." Have you ever stuck it in anyone else's trash can?
I have. I did.
It was the way he said it. I have.
I'm guilty as charged. Yes.
I have.
I definitely have. I've actually put some in the truck and drove it to another to a complex, and they had an open bin and just get it up out of there quick stuff.
Yeah.
I felt good. I felt a little better. About myself. Week wasn't ruined.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You gotta do what you gotta do in that rate.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So
John, what you got, buddy?
All right. So I'll do underrated and overrated. So underrated, I will go with, and this may sound a little weird, but American Idol, man. Like, it's gotten like a little less
overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
Okay.
Because it came out, it's probably not as watched as much now as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So we started watching it last year because Liam started getting into it, kind of watched it. So I watched it this year. And like Mike, I've got, my music taste is kind of all over the board, except for like country. I really don't dig that, but I can respect the talent, but I don't really I'm not gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, this year, man, like I'm not shitting you, man. Like, legitimately, like the top 5 or 6 people, they could all win the show. Like they all legit should have records, man. Like, they are just like, there's some songwriters. These people can all sing their ass off, like legitimately. Like, because every year, most time they're like, okay, you can tell, like, okay, these are gonna be the top 2 or 3, hands down.
Right, I got you.
Like this year, man, it was like top 7. I mean, top 7, 8 was just like, damn, blew me away. I was like, that's crazy. So yeah. And then the judges, it's Katy Perry, it's Lionel Richie, it's Luke Perry. So I mean, Lionel was funny. I mean, Richie, Luke kind of does his country, Southern dude thing. But I mean, like, the judges aren't bad. And I mean, like I said, just if you like music and whatnot, yeah, give it if you stopped watching it, start watching, because the finale is coming up actually next week.
You seen the Masked Singer?
I have not watched 1 minute of it.
I just want to know how that was. I haven't seen it.
I watched a little bit of it. It's okay.
Is it good, Chris?
It's okay. It's different because you have to like follow the clues and try to figure out who it is, because their voice is kind of, you can't really hear their real voice.
I got you.
And they kind of change their voice up a little bit, because you have big stars that have been on there, like Lil Wayne and T-Pain.
Wayne was singing?
He was singing, and they couldn't really tell who he was. So you had T-Pain. T-Pain actually won. So when you win, they can't figure out who it is. So he actually went all the way through, and they didn't know it was him. So
it's
okay, man.
Because it wasn't auto-tune. That's why.
Yeah.
You said what?
Exactly. It wasn't auto-tune. That's why they couldn't figure out who it
was. It was pretty cool.
I love T-Pain, but shit, he wasn't auto-tune.
So.
But it's funny. All right. And then my overrated is his parents wanting their kids, like, can't wait to get their kids out of the house. And I say that because like Liam just turned 12 on May 6th. And it dawned on me that fucker's gonna be a teenager next year, man. And then like he's closer to graduating high school than he is like kindergarten. You know what I mean? And in my head, and Chris, you probably feel the same way. Like in my head, he was just in kindergarten. Like so
in my head, he was just in kindergarten.
Right. So like, they started like human growth and development this week, and like talking about, how they're changing and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like what? So it's just, it just hit me like, man, like, because we have a great relationship, and so like I was just thinking, man, like I don't want him out of the house. Like I like him being here. It's fun being around. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't like, I've seen so many people like, oh, he's 18 and get the hell out of the house. Like I'm not gonna be that way, man. Like I mean, unless he turns into a complete asshole, like no, man. Like I wanted to, stay around. Like I always thought, like when I saw my friends or something like that, or like family members saying like, man, really enjoy these years when he was a kid because they fly by and then before you know it, they're gone and you want it back. And I'm like, yeah, probably not. Man, they're dead on, man.
It's flying, yeah. The years are flying by, man. My Jelani will be in 8th grade and she will be probably going to a dance next year. I'm like, what the hell?
Freshman dance. Yeah, yep.
You don't even understand, man. Well, hey, look, if you need like some reinforcements, me and Mike can come over.
I'll come there, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
We can do.
I'll be like Mike Lowry was in Martin.
We can do some interviews, man.
Scare him half to death. Question for you both, John. The biggest challenge of parenting a 12-year-old boy is what?
I think nowadays it's maybe that hasn't changed a lot, but with social media is making sure he doesn't reinforcing him to not give a shit about what anybody thinks. So like, cause it's so, to me, like you see kids, they're so driven by, he doesn't even have an Instagram or a Facebook or anything like that yet. But like, kids are so driven by likes, and like who responded and who watched me, so, and like, like I've always told him, I'm like, dude, look, if you like something and you want to wear it, man. If you want to go play, like don't worry about what people think about you. Like just don't, because you will spend your childhood stressed out trying to impress other people or trying to fit in with a certain crew. Like don't, just have your friends, know who your friends are, be selective of your friends, you know what I mean? Like don't settle for them, and like just don't care about people. Like just be yourself, have fun, enjoy it, because man, it's gonna like I just said, it flies by. The shit flies by. So like just keep trying to keep his head straight, and not let him be affected by all the madness really going on around him. Like that's I guess probably the biggest challenge. I mean,
that's a great one. I ain't like. So Chris, how about you? For your man, how old is your daughter? Was she 13?
Yeah, she'll be 13 and she'll be 14.
Okay, like the biggest challenge of like a 13-year-old a girl is what?
Well,
parenting her.
With her, she likes to be perfect. She wants to be perfect in everything. So with her, I have to let her know that it's okay not to be perfect, because she will stress the hell out. Like she had an 89 in math, and she had all A's, of course. The rest of her girls, she had an 89 in math, and so she's been like cramming like the last week or so, and she brought her grade up into a A, of course. But with her is just letting her know, man, it's okay not to be perfect, because you have to tell her that. And with my other daughter, she's cool. Like she doesn't stress about anything. She's laid back like me, so she doesn't stress about anything. It is what it is. What happened with her, but with Jelani, the oldest, she wants to be perfect with everything, and of course boys. Talking to her about boys. There's boys around now, so that I had to give myself a talk, like, man, it's gonna be dudes, it's gonna be boys coming around, man. So I had to talk to myself and let myself know that was coming. So, and it's here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, we're here.
Yeah.
Right. We the new grown-ups. How about that?
You just make a phone call, man. We'll be down there.
Yeah, man, we scam half to death, Chris. All you gotta do is call. We'll be like, man, hey, listen.
Look, I'll take some pre-workout, man, and I'll
we'll get straight out the gym.
Yeah, I mean, you won't even know who I am. You'll be like, who is this dude?
Yeah,
scaring my wife.
What's your intentions? They're like, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, guys, man. Well, we'll close it down. Man, Chris, thanks so much for coming on, man, and talking some Saints with us and Falcons, and
always, man.
Just cutting it up with just in general. Guys, like we said at the beginning of the show, man, you can follow us on Twitter, Out of Your Effing Mind. Thanks to all the new followers. If you guys are listening for the first time, welcome in. We will be recording, man, what is it? Probably we'll probably put on another show another week and a half or so.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll have some new topics. We may bring up some stuff from the Falcons past. We're not sure yet. We're going to throw around some different ideas just to keep it rolling. And then as any new Falcons news comes through, we'll get some guests back on throughout the summer as well as we lead into OTAs and get in before you know it, man. It'll be freaking training camp and preseason before you know it.
3 more months, buddy. I can't wait.
That's right. So anyway, and you guys can, like I said, email us atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. You can leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or on Spotify. And like I said, we've over the last few months, man, we've really, like, everything's went up. I mean, the listenership, our follows, all the thing. I mean, everything's going up, man. We can't, and it's crazy. It's the off season, but hey, I love it. So,
I have no understanding of it myself, but I greatly appreciate it.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, and just keep on. Yeah. Just keep on. And we appreciate the review.
Yeah.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Did y'all learn something today that you can take gummy bears, take your favorite candy to the gym?
That's right. Eat right after you work
said
out.
that you can't cheat while improving yourself. Come on, man.
That's right. So, all right, boys. Well, again, man, Chris, thanks, buddy. Mike, we will see you probably. I don't know. We'll say next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. Chris Howard, always a pleasure to have you on. He got the inside scoop. If y'all want to know something that's a secret that can't nobody find out, just tell me. I ask Chris. We get an answer for you. You want to know if Jimmy Hoffa alive, anything like that? Just call him. Chris, no, he will find out.
That's hilarious. All right, boys. We will catch y'all. Y'all have a great rest of the week, and hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Out of your Falcon mind.
Out of your Falcon mind. Peace.
Got it.